Be a quick one. Hello everybody, welcome citizens. We are going to check out a few videos. I don't have time to do a full recording and then upload the video because I have to go to bed because I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to film some impact prop stuff that I think you're gonna like. It's not gonna come out for a little while, but it's gonna be really cool and I'm gonna be very tired. So we are just gonna watch this, react a little bit to it. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it and then I'm gonna go to bed. So yeah, let's switch into the view. So for context, Star Citizen releases one patch every quarter with all kinds of new updates. In this case, it is 3.17, which is the main patch, and then .2, which is the second patch out, because they were taking a long time to kind of get some things right with the patch. They were struggling to add all the features. And now looks like most of them are in. And it's actually really cool because they increased the server cap from 50 to like 100. And in one instance, I saw over 100, 104. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and play this and give you my thoughts. All right, make sure this is all coming through. These trailers do all look very cool all the time. And they've done a lot better job of making it reflect like actual gameplay now. Like that move was really cool. That was, I guess, a derelict. And then this is a colonial outpost. Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize they were actually adding colonial outpost to this. That's awesome. Yep, reinforcements is a thing now. And we've got a new ground vehicle too, which is super cool. Hey, what's up, Noah? I'm just watching and giving my reaction to the latest Star Citizen patch that's coming out and then their video about it. So we'll watch that here, upcoming. It's so cool. Uh-oh. That was funny. Now playable Star Citizen Alpha 317. You got to give it to them. The trailers are always amazing, and I like how that one was actually somewhat reflective of, you know, reality a little bit. Anyway, so here's the Reclaimer. So this is a derelict ship, yeah. So there are missions in here, like I think cargo missions, maybe some combat missions, where you can go inside and look for some things, encounter some dudes, do a little fighting, or in this case, taking them down. Which is pretty sweet. All right, colonial outposts. The Centurion. I don't know what that is. And then AI planetary navigation. This is actually really cool. So before the AI could only walk in stations. Now they've got the dynamic mesh going for the whole planet. So theoretically, they should be able to walk anywhere. That would be really interesting to see if someone picks one of them up and drops them off somewhere else on the planet. And I guess some giant events going on here. And the whole Pirate Idris. That's pretty awesome. Uh-oh, Space Police stopping them. Okay, so that was the trailer for this. Now we'll go ahead and check out the Siege of Orison event trailer. So Orison is like a really uppity planet. They've got a lot of money, they've got a lot of business, and they are in this pristine, or what you're supposed to think is a pristine place. It's pretty cool. They got like Cloud City, basically.
Hey, happy birthday!
Whoa!
We're under attack. Security's been overrun.
Jeez. That's dark.
Here's the situation. Ninetales attacks these commercial platforms. Gather any gear you need and help us take them back.
So this is going to be really cool because players will either choose to work together and defeat these guys, or they might even turn on each other. Who knows? So it'll be really interesting to see how 100 people in a server take on these missions. Everything always looks more epic when you have someone moving fast in the background. That's going to be pretty cool. Star Citizen, baby. Everybody talks down on it, and look at it. It's getting a lot of steam, way more than Elite Dangerous even. All right, here we go. This is what we're really here to watch.
Recently, I did an update in our PU meeting to show off some of the work I've been doing.
It's actually kind of interesting. The first reaction to one of these I did was to when they first input a river, and now I think this one has updates to the river system.
On the new automatic river placement
It's only
tool,
fitting.
which is going to allow our artists to populate entire planets with water systems in a very simple process. And Jared saw it and asked me if I could present it again for an Inside Star Citizen episode. So here we are. It's time to look at automatic river placement.
Yeah. So everyone says, why does it take so long? Because it's automatic.
The first big improvement
Systemic.
I've made to the river placement tool is an overhaul of the UI. I've split up all of the stuff it can do into separate tabs. So we have the manual river placement here, the automatic river placement, a view of all of the rivers currently on the planet. We'll visit this again later.
Oh, wow.
View, which is how we can enable or disable various debug view modes, and debug tools, which is just a collection of various other things.
So he's been working on the tool to create the thing versus just creating the thing. And that's what a lot of people don't really realize about what Star Citizen actually is.
Things that I sometimes use to make sure that my tools are working properly. If we go over to create river, the next biggest improvement I've done is river prediction. What the river prediction does is it has a look at kind of the rough direction water would travel if you were to place a river under the mouse. What this allows us to do is look at the general direction of the height maps, the general shape of the watershed, and roughly how long a river will be.
That is so cool.
As you can see, as I move my mouse across the planet, we can see different positions are more effective than others, and different positions lead to longer or shorter.
What's blowing my mind is how fast it's doing that. It's just no time at all. So their planetary nav mesh, if it's anything the same, seems like it should work really well too. That is awesome. And before it used to just be the one node, and now this is like a whole thing.
To rivers. This is microtech, so there's no oceans to flow into, but the aim would be on Hurston, for example, most of our rivers should either be finishing in the ocean or large lakes or basins. What the prediction doesn't do is take into account the intricacies of the terrain that may prevent a river from actually spawning that location. So this is used as an indication of where the river might go, and then our more in detailed erosion algorithm can work out whether the river actually goes there. I'm going to attempt to manually place a river here. I'm going to click. As you can see,
So it's not the real thing, it's a rough sketch.
And this part of the process hasn't changed. So I'll still go down to the river, click on any of the nodes, and I will click place river, and boom, we've got our river. I can then hide the debug nodes, and the river is there in the world. As simple as that. But actually, we're wanting something a little more complex than that. We're wanting entire water systems across the entire planet, and that's what the auto river placement tab is for. The automatic river placement is split up into 4 steps. The first step is the gather. This looks for positions where we have a rough idea that there will be a river that fulfills certain criteria, and we use the prediction that we saw a moment ago to do this. We can change various settings, such as the target river quantity, the min macro steps, which is the number of those large steps we saw a moment ago for the river to be considered, and the number of attempts of positions it will do while trying to find these. In this example, I'm just going to try and find 5 rivers across the planet, and I'm going to say each of them needs to have at least 9 macro steps. So we're talking about pretty long rivers. We can also select which biomes we want the rivers to be able to flow through. In this case, I've selected all of them apart from the snowy ones.
Okay.
So when I'm happy with my settings, I will click Gather River Proposals, and the computer will take a moment over finding some river proposals for us. As this is happening, you can see red circles appearing on the planet. They are all of the proposal positions that fulfill the criteria we've put so far. So they're in the correct biome, and they have the correct number of macro steps or more.
Wow.
It's told me that it's found 25 potential river positions, which is awesome. So the next step is to filter them. Currently, what filtering does is it makes sure that the river isn't going to flow through an outpost. It checks that the river is valid and that the water is actually flowing along the line that the prediction thought it would. And it checks that it's another minimum length. In this case, it's 40 node steps.
40?
So I'll click filter, and we'll wait for the computer to do that for me. During this process, we can see that
that's a long
some of the
river.
red circles will start to disappear as they're discarded if they've not met the filter criteria.
Only two
Right, in the
left.
end, it's actually only found 4 valid river positions, which is fine because I put in some pretty stringent criteria. So at this point, I'm going to click Create Rivers. This is going to actually place the rivers into the world, and we know that they're already going to match a certain length
This
and
is
other
amazing
criteria that we've put in. Now that we've got 4 new created rivers, the next step
all that work, and now he can just do that. That's incredible.
would be to commit all of them. But actually, I'm going to hesitate slightly. I'm going to go across to the Rivers tab, and I'm going to filter to rivers that are uncommitted. So this is showing me all 4 rivers that have not been committed yet, which means that they are on the planet and they are present, but they haven't been saved to data. And I'm going to go to each of them and commit them manually. So first, let's sort by length. So we'll start off with our shortest river. So as we can see, this river flows through like a woodland biome, and it looks pretty nice, but it is only 5 kilometers long, as we can see here. So I'm actually going to delete this river. Next, we'll go to the next shortest river. This one is 6 kilometers long, and looks a little better to me. I think I'm going to let this one stay. Go to the next river. Yep, very happy. 11 kilometers long, so got a good length on that one.
Oh, I guess he just doesn't want short rivers.
And this one is 12 kilometers long, and again, looks very similar. So yeah, of these 4 rivers, I'm happy with 3 of them, and I'm going to let them all stay. Going forward, I'm going to allow artists to specify a minimum final length in kilometers rather than just nodes. And one of the big things that I'm going to do next is spring points. What this is artists will be able to add hint positions at various points in the height maps to say a river would look good starting here. For example, a crevice or a crack in a mountainous height map. And that's just going to mean that the quality of our automatically placed rivers is just going to be a step higher, because the start is always going to look somewhere natural rather than just starting anywhere in the middle of a field. Because at the moment it is largely random positions that it's trying and then filtering from there. So that's what I've been up to with the river stuff recently. In between fixing bugs for patches and stuff, I'm really happy with the progress I've been able to make on this, and it's really cool being able to show it off again.
I guess the river hint is like a spot in their own, like when they create a zone manually, kind of create a zone. Just like, hey, right here is a place that might be cool. And then you can go check it out. That's neat.
Hopefully we will be having a lot more rivers on a lot more planets coming to the verse very soon.
I wonder how graphically intense they are. I feel like they can't be that intense. That's neat how it flows around like that. They didn't even do that. It just naturally flowed that direction.
Like many features throughout Star Citizen's continuing development, River Tech continues to
Jared's looking as scruffy as I am.
Evolve into a robust set of tools that will bring new life and personality to any planet or moon it's used on. And you can expect more of these estuaries to branch their course of rivulet.
I have a guess that he's going for one of those twisty beards. I think that's what he's doing.
And tributaries in the upcoming Alpha 318. But up next, a look at the newest vehicle from Anvil making its debut in 317.2.
I'm gonna have to hold off on this because I mean we're gonna watch it, but I mean I hate this vehicle. I like the vehicle in concept. What's up, Barrick Lightning? How's it going, man? I like this vehicle in concept, but its wheels are way too small to be realistic at all. This thing, once they put real ground physics in, which is coming, it's not gonna go up a hill. It's not gonna go over a rock. It's honestly, it is a road baby. It's dumb. You look at the military big trucks we have that are supposed to be off-road, and their wheels are huge and towering, and there's like typically 4 or maybe 6. This is just kind of silly.
The Centurion.
All right. That is cool. I can't remember what that's called. Ballista. There we go.
The Anvil Centurion is the anti-air turret of ground vehicles.
That's pretty cool.
This is the vehicle that you pull up when something flying around above you needs to not be there. And in 317.2, it's going straight to drivable.
The Centurion basically is the same style of the Ballista, but instead of missiles, we are having a turret with 4 big guns.
In order to accommodate those size 4 laser repeaters, it has gained, in addition
What's up,
to
Vicent?
what the ballista has, 2
Vicente?
size 1 coolers, which are mounted just at the rear.
Nice, new puppies are cool.
We create a new kind of hatch so that
Oh, what did they say?
Ballista has 2 size 1 coolers,
Coolers.
which are mounted just at the rear.
So I can shoot a whole lot without stopping?
we create a new
That's
kind
good.
of hatch so that it looks it is central and is not slightly going on the right or slightly going on the left. Since it's just one, we used to have just turrets with 2 S2 guns, one left and one right, and in this time we have an asymmetrical structure for having a symmetrical gun. In the interior, we also try to implement something that was not done in the ballista, like the camera. Now the camera will show part of the guns, so that you have a better sensation of where you're actually aiming without
That's
even
pretty
needing
cool.
to have the center of the screen with an icon that show you where bullets are going. We have a section with all the components and one more part dedicated to the power plant.
Okay.
One of the drawbacks to the ballista is that once something gets
can't
close
drive
enough
anywhere.
to it, it becomes
Dude, the minigun was sweet, dude.
that little bit less effective. However, that's not a problem for the Centurion. It can engage anything at any range, but obviously its effectiveness will drop off as things get a little further away. So having a Centurion covering a ballista suddenly just makes the entire system work much better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that players who enjoy the more organized
I saw the video you did, and when the YouTuber said the ultimate... Oh, I saw the YouTuber you did, and... Okay. It said the ultimate Valkyrie is tamed. Is that when the driver is awakened and it becomes more aggressive in the stadium? I see.
style of planetary warfare will have a lot of fun with it.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the latest advancements in river tech are going to allow artists to crisscross the surface of Stanton's planets and moons with more brooks and streams than ever before. That I've used
He's so
almost
shaky.
every word in the thesaurus for river in these hosting bits, except runnel. And that the Centurion is the newest vehicle using Anvil's famous Atlas platform and makes a devastating 1-2 punch with the ballista that we all know and love.
The
And
Atlas
as for where
platform.
we are right now, it may not look like much just yet, but give it another quarter, and you're gonna see some serious shit. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week.
Cool. Anything funny at the end? Nope. All right. Well, hey, it says thanks for watching. I'm going to also say thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. This is a short one because I am about to go to bed to film some Impact Prop stuff that I can't tell you about at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's going to be out of this world. How was the minigun? The minigun was really good. Thanks for coming by, guys. I have to go. I'm already late for going to sleep. I gotta do it. I got an Anvil Spartan and can't even use it. TT. The Anvil Spartan is cool. I mean, it's cool. I'll say that. But it's designed wrong. Like the whole chassis, the wheels are like 8 tiny little wheels that won't be able to go over rocks or hills or anything once the physics comes in. So, but if they would make it big wheels, it would be good. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I am out of here. See you later.